Morning, guys. It's John with New York Metro Weather. Welcome to our 5-minute drill here for Sunday. Um, just going to run through a couple things as the weather pattern begins to evolve a bit here over the next couple days. It has been brutally cold, as I'm sure everyone has been able to figure out throughout the Northeast and even in the north central United States as well. The pattern is finally going to begin to change, and we're happy to bring you that good news. We're not going to be as cold as we have been. Temperatures have been very anomalous, 20, 30 degrees below normal over a huge part of the United States. And you can see this morning that cold hanging on here in the eastern states, especially the northeast United States, where temperatures are 20 degrees below normal. And many areas really drop near zero with a lot of wind chills, 20, 25 degrees below zero as well, which is just brutal cold. That's on the way out, and the reason for that, you can attribute that back to changes in the Pacific Ocean, where the pattern is becoming more progressive and allowing warm Pacific air to begin to move eastward. But we do have a couple things to get through before that. So let's take a look at where we've been. Here's a storm that developed towards the end of last week. We had the closed upper level low south of Long Island, big snows over Long Island, New York City, southern New England, and also down south prior to that. But as this storm moved up into Nova Scotia and then into Canada, it dragged down a piece of the polar vortex, and you can see that sat over our area, the northeast states being our area, over the weekend. And that's what brought all that really, really cold air into the northeast states. But look how the pattern is changing out here in the west, and that's going to progress to the east. Here we are by this afternoon. This is Sunday afternoon now we're looking at. And look how different the pattern is already. That cold air is now on the way out, and the weather pattern is becoming much more progressive across the United States, which means that cold air is not going to have a way really to hang on its grip in the area. So the next thing we're going to watch, and this is very frequently occurs when you have cold air, cold dense air that is struggling to get out, it likes to linger. And so even though we have the pattern is modifying and becoming more moderate, the cold air will linger in the lower levels of the atmosphere. So here come these disturbances, and we're going to watch them very carefully. The NAM model is already suggesting that by later Monday afternoon and evening, a few snow showers could move through the northeast. Now you'll notice the low pressure is all the way up here in southeast Canada. And as we discussed with these low pressure systems and the cold air that likes to hang on even though the pattern is moderating, that low pressure system typically would bring very warm air into our area. And it is doing that in the upper levels. But at the lower levels, the cold air is very stout and it's going to be very stubborn to move out. And so that gives us this profile. Here's temperatures about 5,000 feet up. You can see they're well above zero here throughout the I-95 corridor, Philadelphia, New York City, and just parts of southern New England. But at the surface, look how stout this cold air is. Temperatures still in the 20s throughout this area, especially reinforced by the recent snow. So what you get are snowflakes that fall. They melt when they go through this column of the atmosphere, about 5,000 feet up, and then they could potentially refreeze into freezing rain or some kind of ice pellet on their way down to the surface. And so here you have the NAM showing exactly that. It's some light snow showers up here in southern New England, but freezing rain in parts of central and southern New Jersey, all the way down into southeast PA and parts of Washington, D.C. And that's what we're going to watch very carefully for Monday evening into Tuesday, as everyone is very well aware. Just a little bit of freezing rain can create some really big problems on the roads in the northeast United States. So keep an eye out for that. One more thing to talk, we're just going to touch on this nationally. The northern plains, increasing confidence in a light to moderate snowstorm for some areas that really have not seen a lot of snow yet this year, parts of northwest Iowa, southern Minnesota, and into Wisconsin. So if you're traveling there during the middle to latter part of the week, Wednesday night into Thursday, keep an eye on your airline or your travel plans where however you're getting there. Keep an eye on this storm as you are doing so. So we hope you enjoyed this little touch on the weather here over the week coming up. It's going to be quiet compared to what we have endured in the Northeast over the last couple weeks, and a slow moderating trend. We just have a couple disturbances to get through, and then we're going to look at much warmer than normal temperatures approaching by the weekend coming up. We'll have more on that in the next couple of days. For now, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This is John for New York Metro Weather. Take care, guys.